In the realm of dating, there is one thing that has the potential to bring an end to a relationship in a very short amount of time, and that is cheating. Going behind your partner's back is often the final nail in the coffin of your relationship. When you begin to suspect your partner of cheating or worse, you have proof that they cheated, the terrible moment of confrontation appears too. These situations are emotional, intense and unpredictable, which no one wants to date a cheater. When cheating happens, it's almost impossible to return to the level of trust you used to have. Doubts inevitably become a part of your everyday life. What is predictable, however, are the things cheaters say when confronted. Whether they go into complete denial mode or come clean from the start, the list of possible responses is almost always the same. With that in mind, here are 12 of the most common things cheaters say when confronted. Number 1. Let's start with denial mode, when you bring up possible cheating. A cheater's natural response is to deny. Deny? Deny. This is actually the model of repetitive cheaters. And would say, why you always accusing me of cheating? For those that cheat and then immediately transform into sound machines are called sound machines because they cheat. Number 2. Being sarcastic with you. Cheaters seem to think that the more sarcastic they respond, the more believable they think they are. These are going to be sounds and expressions like wow, okay, really, and they may even be so arrogant as to throw in a laugh. This is all to make you question your intuition, because if they seem so certain that you're wrong, are you sure you're right? Ignore the exaggeration, and don't let the sound effects get you to second guess your decision making. Be reasonable. Number 3. Why are you so insecure? If the cheater sees that their initial denial is not working on you, they may switch the problem over from them to you. Cheaters are typically prime manipulators in the same way that they hire their real behaviors from you. They will use their behavior towards you to their benefit however they can. They are winners of the blame game. First, they will try to break you down from the inside using guilt. Then, they may use your insecurities. Number 4. You don't trust me. The cheater will resort to playing a game of guilt if they are unable to exploit your anxieties or lower your self-esteem. Cheaters despise being accused, but they take great pleasure in leveling accusations at others. They will complain that you don't trust them, and whether they say it or not, this is a subtle suggestion that the issue lies with you, not with them. If you don't trust them, I'm going to presume you have your reasons for not doing so, because this is a strategy that is used to divert your attention away from the cheating and onto a new issue that is irrelevant. Number 5. Making something out of nothing. Cheaters will desperately try to minimize the situation if they can convince you that you're making it into a bigger deal than it really is. That means that the cheater is not as bad as you think they are. The unfortunate reality is that cheating isn't a big deal, it's actually a huge deal, and the cheater isn't just behaving badly, they're actively working to destroy your relationship. And they would say something like, you're making this into such a big deal, you're being so dramatic now. Number 6. Recognizing that their deception does not affect your evaluation of them. I call it gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone manipulates you into doubting your own sanity. In today's society, the preferred method of doing this is simply by saying that you are crazy. The cheater doesn't add on extra reason as to why you're crazy because there aren't any. You are being rational and confronting a problem that needs to be discussed. If they see no way out, the cheater moves from offense to defense and tries to discredit you. Welcome to the gaslight zone. Number 7. It's not always as it seems. Sometimes you'll encounter a cheater who admits their transgressions more quickly than others. In these cases, the cheater might skip the denial refutation model, and go straight to trying to clear their name. This might begin with obscuring their memory of the events that actually took place. Perhaps it appears as though they cheated, but in reality it was something else that wasn't quite as dishonest. Perhaps you believed that they were lying, but in reality, there was only a misunderstanding or poor communication. If your partner has become emotionally or physically involved with someone other than you in a romantic sense, this is considered cheating. Don't let yourself be tricked, because sometimes you know what you know, and you saw what you saw. Number 8. They will continue to try and find ways to minimize what happened by saying that it was meaningless. It is almost like saying it doesn't matter, this isn't a car accident or something out of their control. You can't just have a face-to-face battle with someone and call it an accident while their intention might not have been to hurt you. It didn't matter whether the cheater gave someone else a peck on the lip or full-fledged dated a second person behind your back. The fact is they cheated. Number 9. They will use one last twist of manipulation to excuse their actions away by blaming the relationship. If you stand your ground on your sanity and stick to your guts about how wrong the cheater is, they're not going to like it. No one likes being called out on their mistakes. And the cheaters are at the top of this list. So maybe you two argue a lot, or your partner complains that you two don't spend enough time together, even if these are problems that actually exist. A healthy relationship always consists of at least two people who are willing to work together to resolve any issues that may arise, rather than one partner who immediately seeks comfort from someone else when instant tensions arise. Number 10. In addition to placing blame on your partner, the following excuses are provided. Cheaters may target you in particular. Perhaps they will suddenly become accusatory, and begin listing things you have done wrong in the past. Perhaps they will even go so far as to say that they suspect that you have cheated in the past. If you are a bad person, then they would have broken up with you. These things are not an excuse to begin cheating on your partner. They may also try to defend themselves by saying that they didn't know what they were doing, or that one thing led to another, and they honestly don't remember how it happened. Nevertheless, unless they have a problem with their short-term memory or a brain injury, neither of these explanations will hold water. Number 11. If I set fire to your home, you probably won't believe that I didn't intend to burn it, despite the fact that the sentence is meant to be as polite as possible, yet it is just not true. This is the same situation as before. It is meaningless for a cheater to insist that they have no intention of causing you harm. I don't believe you could ever find an instance in which cheating resulted in a positive outcome for all parties involved. If you cheat on someone with the assumption that they won't mind, it's the same as cutting someone with the assumption that they won't bleed. There are obviously going to be consequences. Number 12. I'm going to change. In their final and fruitless attempt to save their skin, cheaters will hit you with the famous line, "I promise I'll change." This is amazing that they have a character flaw, which is a big step, but this is also a promise that is difficult to keep. Can a person really change, or is once a cheater always a cheater? That's really up to that person and for you to decide. However, we all would like to be optimistic. Do always remember your worth. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.